Hello, my name is Corine Rijngoud and I'm a design team member from Studiolight. Today I'm going to work with the new stamps from Studiolight. These are small sets and there are florals, swirls, meadow, ivy, and there are two more. I don't have them in my collection. This one and this one. Well, let's get started. I will try to make 2 cards. So first I'm going to use the ink from Studiolight and I'm going to use that on a clear block. Well, this is a bit dirty. Let's clean it. Okay. And what am I going to use? I'm going to use some blue. And put it straight on my acrylic block. And I'm going to use some yellow. Now I'm going to spray it. And I want to blend it to each other. I like that. So the colors are coming together. And now I'm going to put this upside down on my paper. And let's see what it's going to be. So, okay. Well, that's a bit too much, but let's do it like this. So you have already all drops and things you like. Well, we have to let this dry. So I'm going to get a new piece of water rod paper. And I'm going to start with the other card. In the meanwhile, this one is dry, I hope. Well, the second card. As you can see, I have another piece of white water rod paper. And I hope I have enough. I'm going to use, well, wait, you know what I'm doing? Because it's a little bit too much, too big. I'm going to cut it in the middle. So I have also a leftover. And what I'm going to use is my knife from Studiolight, and I need a ruler. And this ruler is possible. So now you also can see that you can cut with your knife on our glass mat. It doesn't damage anything. So I say try to do it. What I'm first going to do is put the mask paper on my pens. Well, that sounds a little bit silly, but then it's not so much sticky and it don't damage your paper. Well, let's put this one straight to the edge, and I think I'm going to, well, let's try. What do I do? A little bit in the middle, I think. Yes, that'll be enough. And the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the other one, so I have a piece that is, I think I need this one. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a little bit. So now I'm sure that it's lined up. Okay. Now, I'm going to use 3 colors because I like these colors. And what am I going to do at first? What I'm going to do is pick my blending tools, and I have a yellow one. So let's start with the yellow on the bottom, then the green, and then the blue. Yes, let's do that. So I prefer working from the other side. This is not, well, let's try to do it this way. Okay. And what am I going to use extra so I don't damage? Well, I have to do it easily. So now you can see how great our ink is and how good it will be blending together. Don't use too much. As you can see, I pick it from my glass mat. Then it's a little less heavier because there are so much ink, so much pigment in it. Well, let's try to do the green. And I have to get rid of the yellow. I will clean it later perfectly. It's a little bit of light green. Sorry, I'm working on another space, so there is a lot of, how do you call that? Shaking. Well, I don't know how I call it, but it's not so stable. So there's a little bit of green and a little bit of yellow. Do you see how blended? Well, it's really, really great. And do you need more? Well, you can, when you want it to have more pigments, you can try to do it like this. The color is much harder. Well, a little for the blending, I use a little bit of yellow back. Yes, like that. This will be enough. And now I'm going to use the blue color. And we have a lot of colors in the meantime. We have 6, and there is coming another one from the Janina's Mindful collection. So there are 7 sets. I can use a little bit of more blue, so I'm going to pick it right straight from, and now you can see it's darker. And we are going to blend it together. And it doesn't, it's not, you don't have to push. It's easy to do for everyone, I think, because you can do it like this, but I prefer put my finger on the back of the brush. Well, one more time, a little bit darker. Well, thanks, that's what I need. Okay, let's do it another time on this edge. So now I have blend enough together. Yellow, green, blue. How lovely it is. Well, we can put the inks to another direction. The brushes also. And no, first I have to try to do some splatters on it. I'm using well, that's not enough. So, well, a little bit. And it's working with the water. So you can see splashes on your work. Well, that'll be enough for me. So let's clean up and going to work further with our card. Gently peel off the masking tape from Studiolight. This is the first one and the second one. Gently, not too fast, because when you're going too fast you might damage your paper, so do it gently. Well, perfectly. So now let's clean up our glass mat, because we are not going to use any ink anymore. Well, the black ink, but not the white, not the colors. So this one can also. And you see, this is not a very clean towel, but it does doing the job. It has to be done. Drying my glass mat. So, and well, the other card is also dry in the meantime. And look at that, 2 pieces. Well, let's try to do some stamping. And on this card I'm going to use the ivy. I thought it would be nice, this one, putting over here. So let's try. Take the stamping tool. You need a stamping tool. That's the easiest part to work when you're going to use silhouette stamps, because you want them really black. So it is possible to put it a little bit over the edge and a little bit here over the edge. So I think this is the great position. Pick up your well, oh no, I have a bigger one, but I think this one is a little bit more wet. So let's try. Maybe it has to be dried, because I can get further. But then I'm going to use my heat gun. Now let's do the ink do his work. Take your time. So the ink gets in the paper. Well, perfectly, isn't it? This is so lovely. Well, what are we going to do right now? I think I don't need more silhouette stamps on this one, but I need a silhouette stamp on this guy. Oh, it's not dry already. That's a pity. Well, then we are going to make first the other card. Put that aside. And oh no, I need this one. And I'm going to use this one. What are we going to do now? Well, I think I need... Yes, I'm going to do this one. And what I'm going to do is use my towel and pick up the wet part. Now it's okay. Now I can stamp on it. And for this card, I think I'm using this branch. Inside the well, I need a sentiment later, so I think this will be okay for me. I need some more magnets and put some ink on this one. This ink is very, very wet. So let's do another time. The ink do his job. Well, almost. So let's put it back. Do I need some more ink over there? Yes, on the leaves. I need a little bit more. Well, it's okay now. A lot of ink on it. So, clean this later. Don't forget. No, I don't forget. Well, this card is needing only a sentiment, and I thought the sentiment I am going to use is, well, sorry for your loss or condolences. Bloom is also nice. Am I going to use bloom because I want... Yes, I think I'm going to use blue. Let's do that. Yes, blue. And let's close this one. I have a lot of kind of inks. Blue. Well, great. And what do I need more? I need a sentiment on that card. Well, we're doing two together. Well, that will work. I thought for this card, thinking of you. And that can be straight on top of it. And then I'm going to use some, I think some butterflies, or fireflies, what are it? Well, let's put it over here, a little bit closer to me so I can put it straight on the card. Okay, that's great. And now I need the fireflies. Where are they? Little flies. These are how shall we call them? Fireflies or butterflies? Small butterflies, I think they are. Yes, let's do one over here. First, I'm going to put one over here. And then I'm going to put one over there. And that'll be enough for me. Now we are going to use some splatters on it. Not too much, so I hope I can do it gently. Not so much, so I'm going to use a scissor. Some small splatters on it. Well, that's enough. Enough is enough. Let's put some splatters over this one also. And this is also enough. So this has to be dry. Now I'm going to get, well, is my surface clean? Because I'm going to use white cardstock. I don't want it on the cardstock. Well, let's take a look if it's not, if my paper is not too big. Well, it isn't. So first I'm going to put these two black ones on the white ones. And I prefer using some tape and some liquid glue. So first I'm going to use the tape. And this is one thing you can do with the, well, call it silhouette stamps. There are lots of other things you can use for them. Use them for. That's not a great English. Okay. Let's glue this one on the white one. Oh, look out. A little bit of liquid glue so I can put it straight in the middle, I hope. Well, it's too long. Huh, I didn't cut it out on the right side. Well, that's not so bad. I prefer it too big than too small. Because when it's too small, you can't do it. When it's too big, you can get rid of a piece of it. So also this one. A little bit of liquid glue and try to put it in the middle of it. I think this will be okay. So, where is my this little friend I need, and I have to get rid of a little piece of white. So this is okay. And a little piece on the bottom. It's okay, so we can go further. I hope it's dry. Well, it is. And well, I will glue it. I put some tapes on here. That's better. Yes. Because I'm afraid my black drops aren't yet dry. So when I do it like this, I hope I don't damage the top of my card. So I do it upside down. in another direction. Okay. And as you saw in this video, all the products I'm using are from Studiolight. Only my black ink. Black ink isn't from Studiolight, but the rest parts, the stamping tool, the stamping matches, the glue, the tape, the pokey tool, the acrylic block, the ink, the blending brushes. Well, how great is it? So much. Wow, it's a little bit too far on this side. Come on. Yes. Now it's okay for me. A little bit this side. Look how lovely it is. And now we are going to glue this one on the card. And you have seen 2 cards making with the silhouette stamps. And because I like them so much, I'm going to try some other things. But it's not in a video. But you can see it on my Facebook, Instagram, and on the Studiolight Facebook and Instagram. A lot of examples is going to make with our group, our designer team. So this is it for today. I hope you liked it. I liked it a lot to make them. And I see you on the next video. Bye bye.